In a first step toward evacuating the anti-Iran MKO terrorist camp and expelling its members from Iraq, the Iraqi government has announced the transfer of 400 MKO members from Ashraf camp to a former U.S. military base. The transfer procedures were under the supervision of the UN representatives and the Iraqi government. The Military Operations Center in Diyala deployed security forces all the way down from the MKO camp in Diyala to Baghdad to secure the movement of the MKO members. Relocating the MKO members is according to an agreement reached between the United Nations and Iraq in December, which is expected to facilitate the MKO's complete exit from Iraq. The Iraqi National Security Advisor stated that under the deal, the UN and the Iraqi government agreed to relocate 3,400 MKO members living in Camp Ashraf. He further added that Baghdad has decided to close Camp Ashraf in Iraq's Diyala province by the end of 2011, but the government later agreed to extend the deadline to April.
The
Iraqi government had decided to shut down this camp and expel its residents by the end of last year. But to show the good intentions of Iraq in this regard, the government has approved to extend their expulsion deadline until April.
The head of the UN envoy to Iraq said that all the MKO members will be interviewed to find a host country for those refugees.
All the residents will be interviewed, and the aim of the interviews is to find permanent host countries outside Iraq. And I reiterate my appeal to the international community to commit that they take Camp Ashraf residents into their countries.
Iraq considers the MKO base and its residents a threat to its national security, but has been pressured by the West to extend the existence of the camp on its soil. The MKO is listed as a terrorist organization by much of the international community and is responsible for numerous acts of terror and violence against Iranian civilians and officials, as well as anti-Saddam Iraqi civilians, mostly in the 1990s. Iraqis hold the MKO responsible for acts of terror under Saddam Hussein's regime. Relocating 400 MKO members is considered as the first step toward evacuating the MKO camp and end the presence of this terrorist organization in Iraq. Wissam al-Biati, Press TV, from Ashraf camp in Diyala.